Hi and welcome to the review of the Samsung BU8000 series from the 2022 TV lineup. This is an entry-level UHD 4K series replacing last year's AU8000. You can find it in a wide range of screen sizes, from 43 up to 85 inches. I've tested the 50-inch version that was purchased for the purpose of this test. The BU8000 series has almost exactly the same design as last year's model, with only a small change in the design of the feet. Everything from the bezel to the backside is made of plastic. Feet are straightforward to install, just push them in the appropriate socket. As an alternative, you can mount the TV on the wall. Basic cable management is implemented in a form of slots in which you can squeeze in the cables and clip them at the back of each foot. Wired connectivity includes the following: 3 HDMI connectors capable of accepting UHD 4K HDR 60Hz signals, with one of them also supporting eARC. Then we have 2 USB connectors, antenna and satellite inputs, Toslink, a common interface, and a 2-pin power socket. Wireless connections include Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, as well as the ability to stream content directly from your smartphone or computer. Supplied solar-powered remote control is the same as last year and the same you will get with more expensive Samsung TVs this year, such as QN90B I've tested on this channel. It's got a slim design, built-in microphone, buttons for main functions, plus buttons for direct access to Netflix, Prime Video, Rakuten TV, and web browser. The remote is easy to use, though I would prefer to see at least one customizable button on it. The TV comes with the latest version of Tizen OS, version 6.5, that has a full-screen home menu. Even though the same version is installed on Samsung's QLED and Neo QLED TVs, here you won't see features such as ambient mode, game bar, or picture-in-picture. In addition to that, due to the weaker processor, I've noticed slower response and that navigation would freeze from time to time for a couple of seconds and the TV would not react to my controls. Despite this, the playback from video-on-demand apps such as YouTube, Netflix, HBO Max or Disney Plus was smooth and I haven't seen issues with skipped frames or loss of stability. Coming to picture quality, the new BU8000 series doesn't bring any improvements compared to the AU7100 series I tested last year. Again, we have a TV with a native Ultra HD 4K panel based on LCD technology, 60Hz refresh rate, Edge LED backlight without local dimming, and Crystal 4K picture processor. On my unit, I had a VA panel with ANSI contrast of 3300:1, but consider that according to DisplaySpecifications.com, on the 43-inch variant you could get either VA or ADS panel. According to the same source, panel lottery is present on even more screen sizes on Samsung's BU8500 series. This seems to be a common theme on entry and mainstream TVs this year, and Samsung is not the only one doing it. The most accurate picture modes are Movie and Filmmaker, and for gaming, the best response is achieved when game or PC modes are activated. Again, we have the same picture controls, which you can use to further optimize the image. More about that in my separate video. Since TV is using a 60Hz panel, in motion fewer details are visible compared to static images. Blur is on the same level as I've seen in previous years. It is not distracting when watching movies, but for sports content on the big screen, you should look at models with 120Hz panels if you want a sharper image. Crystal 4K processor works the same as last year. Upscaling of standard and HD content is well done. Handling of interlaced signals is great, and noise reduction is effective. The dirty screen effect was barely visible on my unit, but since it varies from unit to unit, your unit could be worse in this regard. My unit had backlight bleeding mainly visible in the top left corner. Finally, global dimming is here again this year for SDR and HDR, and you cannot disable it in user menus. HDR is very limited since the TV doesn't have the hardware capable of displaying high brightness and wide color gamut. With peak luminance reaching only 300 nits in Filmmaker mode and without local dimming, HDR looks like SDR. For gamers, I recommend game mode with a low input lag of just 17.6 milliseconds, and if you change the input to PC and use game mode, the value will drop to 13.4 milliseconds for 1080p 60 signals. Consider that only in PC mode you will get full color resolution. Object tracking sound technology, previously available only on the QLED series, is now available on the BU8000. Since the TV has two downfiring speakers, it is equipped with the most basic, light version of this technology, the same you will find on the more expensive QN90B in 43 and 50 inches. Sound quality is again good only for not demanding users, and for everyone else I highly recommend an external audio system. Enhanced Audio Return Channel or EARC was working stable during the test. I was able to get Dolby Digital Plus and True HD signals, and for lossless DTS I was only getting multi-channel PCM. Dolby Atmos is supported, but in the Netflix app, for example, it was not detected. Only basic 5.1 audio. Let's conclude this review. Samsung's BU8000 series is another 2022 TV that doesn't offer anything really new except the latest version of the operating system and the introduction of features previously reserved for more expensive models. Neither of that is significant, and especially when it comes to the home menu, I'm sure many would rather see the old version that didn't occupy the entire screen and was working faster. As a TV for watching movies, TV shows and playing games, it will be fine, but just at the basic level. There is no wide color gamut, no local dimming, no 120Hz refresh rate, peak brightness is low for HDR or bright environments, and there are no special gaming options. For all that you need to pay more if you want a TV with Samsung's logo. Competition is stronger and stronger, and with brands such as TCL and Hisense increasing their presence and offering more for the same or lower price, it is hard to justify the price to performance ratio Samsung is currently offering. Thanks for watching this review. I would like to thank my longtime supporter, retail shop Ronis, for lending me Denon AV receiver to test ARC connectivity on this TV. Thanks for watching and have a great day!